J-Lo's ex-husband, Ojani Noa, breaks his silence on how she was responsible for ruining their relationship.
Miami, and we had like 250 people, like her family, my family, some friends. It was crazy. It was a beautiful waiting
room, and not feeling like I could get up in the morning, and there's just no pain like that.
There's no pain or failure like going through a divorce.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are moving on separately, which it seems about right. I mean, I could have seen that coming, and I don't even have my contacts in right now. She hasn't seen Ben for...
Just when you thought J-Lo's relationship drama couldn't get any more intense, her ex-husband, Ojani Noa, has come out of the woodwork with some serious claims. In a shocking turn of events, Noa is now breaking his silence, alleging that J-Lo was the one responsible for the downfall of their relationship. With their recent high-profile divorce still fresh in the tabloids, people are beginning to wonder if there's a pattern here. Could J-Lo's past be catching up with her? Ojani's revelations just might shed some light on what's really been going on behind the scenes. Let's get into it. 1. Ojani Noa and Bennifer 2.0. Ojani Noa, Jennifer Lopez's first husband, has just dropped a bombshell that's sure to fuel the gossip mill. In an interview with the Daily Mail, Noa shared his doubts about J-Lo's marriage to Ben Affleck. He claimed that he was not convinced that it would last for Bennifer 2.0. Despite his skepticism, he wished his ex the best, but his words have already sparked fresh speculation. To be honest, there is a chance he might be the bitter ex, but it's a fact that he saw J-Lo for who she was when they were married. In an interview, Noa claimed that J-Lo's attention-gaining antics have not changed since they said their vows on the altar.
Paparazzi, they were there, trying to take pictures, filming, on all the fans. I mean, it was a great experience. It was happy, it was sad because you can see her like tears.
When Lopez first met Noa for the first time, he was a waiter. These days, he describes himself on social media as an actor, model, TV host, producer, writer, entrepreneur, and personal trainer. After a whirlwind courtship, the two tied the knot in 1997. However, things weren't meant to last, and by 1998, they had called it quits. Lopez later talked about her marriage to Noa as well as her marriage to Judd, saying, "I've never been married in a church. I've been married 3 times, and once was 9 months and once was 11 months, so I don't really count those." I don't know what is wrong with that sentence anymore, but then J-Lo tossed him aside like a used paper bag, and he was out for revenge. Determined to make the most of her fame, he tried to flip the script and take advantage of her high-profile status. In 2004, Lopez was able to put in place a confidentiality agreement between both parties. She later claimed he was violating the agreement when he shopped around both a tell-all book and a honeymoon tape. Paper Magazine revealed that after a grueling 6 years beginning in 2003, Jenny from the Block blocked Noa and Mayer's efforts in court and eventually won the case, barring him from releasing their private home videos on a movie titled How I Married Jennifer Lopez, the J-Lo and Ojani Noa Story, or a tell-all book. And after that, Noa disappeared from the public radar for good. However, this time he has resolved the bitterness and decided to spit facts on J-Lo's relationships. Although J-Lo has always been adamant that her marriage to Ben was everything she had been waiting for, Ojani has his own opinions. Unlike Ben's former flame Gwyneth Paltrow, who is happy for her ex, Jen's first husband has some harsh insights to share. In an interview with Mail Online, he said, "I wish her and Ben the best, but I'm not convinced it will last. Jen loves being in love and she's been engaged 6 times, and Ben is husband number 4. I was husband number 1 and she told me I was the love of her life. When we lay in bed on our wedding night, she said she would be together with me forever." While sharing his own experiences, he continued, "There were many times I felt like Mr. Cinderella. She was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. In the beginning, I had no idea who she was. We fell in love when she was already famous, but during our marriage, she became a megastar. For years, it was too painful to talk about. I wanted to lie and live my life, but then I saw how she got married to Ben, who is a good guy, and the feelings came flooding back." Noa just didn't stop at questioning whether J-Lo and Ben Affleck will last. He took things up a notch by saying he saw a bit of himself in Ben. Noa claimed he knew firsthand how overwhelming it can be to be with someone who is as narcissistic as Jennifer. He hinted that the same irresistible charm that drew him in might be eventually wearing Ben down. He even suggested that history could be repeating itself in ways only someone who's been there, done that can truly understand, and that would be him. Anyway, right now, Ojani is loving his life even though Jennifer Lopez is no longer a part of it. Thanks to his social media, we can tell he enjoys spending plenty of time outside, whether he is traveling, swimming, or golfing. Noah is also adding more credits to his resume as an actor with 2 new titles in the works. Mrami Asai is a film that was just recently completed but has yet to be released, and Motel is currently in pre-production. 2. Ben Affleck's divorce. Although Ojani is happy, the same cannot be said about Ben Affleck. Sources close to Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez have revealed to TMZ that things have actually taken a chilly turn, with the couple no longer speaking to each other either by phone or in person. This icy silence has reportedly thrown a wrench into their divorce proceedings. Despite the tension, it seems the split might be more amicable than the rumors suggest. The couple has a prenup in place, and their only major asset to divide is their $68 million Beverly Hills mansion, which is already on the market. So far, Affleck and Lopez have steered clear of the courtroom, relying on their business managers to sort out the financial details. While it's expected they'll soon hire legal representation to finalize the divorce, sources say no official documents will be filed until everything is settled.
But it's going really slow because they're not talking to each other. There is radio silence between the two of them.
The pair was reportedly in a rush to sell their Beverly Hills home, for which they had paid $60 million for in May of last year. However, after placing it on the market for $68 million, they had yet to secure a buyer. It's unlikely that the sale of their marital mansion will affect their alleged separation as the divorce papers are finalized, but not yet turned in. A source told the Daily Mail, they finalized the divorce papers with her a month ago, but are waiting for the right time to drop them. At that time, they'll release a joint statement that will say how much they love for each other and how they fought to make it work, but couldn't. Honestly, in the end, they could not come to a compromise. What they had before is gone, and they have both accepted it. For the record, their relationship has been on the rocks for quite some time. Even relationship experts and divorce mediators suggest that while not every action taken by the couple is a clear indicator of a bigger problem, some of their public moves are clear signs of marital issues. Rumors of their separation began earlier this year, but are yet to be addressed. The first sign that sparked a conversation about divorce and the most prominent indicators pointing towards their separation has been the removal of wedding rings. While not wearing a wedding ring does not necessarily indicate divorce, it can sometimes indicate marital issues. Let's not forget that J.Lo suddenly canceled her tour, sparking even more rumors that something was amiss. Word on the street was that the real reason behind it was that she and Ben were already living apart at that time, with the couple reportedly not even speaking to each other anymore, and it seems like this separation has been brewing for a while. Whether it's just a rough patch or the beginning of the end, their silence speaks volumes. Lopez wrote in a note to fans on her official website, "I'm completely heartsick and devastated about letting you down. Please know that I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel that it was absolutely necessary. I promise I'll make it up to you and we will all be together again. I love you all so much. Until next time." You see, Jennifer Lopez's first album, This Is Me Now, was a love letter to a rekindled romance with Ben Affleck, just like her 2002 hit, This Is Me Then, celebrated their first go-around. The album dropped in February and was supposed to culminate in a big summer tour, but a tour quickly hit some bumps with several late August dates suddenly getting cancelled back in March. This led to whispers about low ticket sales, though insiders claimed it was just a logistical issue. By April, the tour had already been rebranded to showcase J.Lo's greatest hits, rather than focusing solely on the new album. Interestingly, you see, rumors were swirling that the marriage inspired This Is Me Now and was in trouble. There were reports that J.Lo and Ben had been separated and showing up solo to major events like the Met Gala. Yet, despite the chatter, the two were spotted together in May, celebrating the graduation of Ben's daughter, Violet. When there were questions about the state of their marriage while promoting her new Netflix film Atlas, Lopez brushed off the concerns. And an interesting tidbit, her co-star Sterling K. Brown mentioned that Affleck had been quietly supporting J.Lo on set, even influencing some of her performances. With so much speculation in the air, one thing is clear: J.Lo knows how to keep us all on our toes, both personally and professionally. Whether the tour's troubles were just bad timing or a sign of something deeper, the buzz around J.Lo and Ben's relationship is far from over. Ben Affleck is reportedly feeling the heat from all sides, especially from his and Jennifer Lopez's kids, who are urging him to patch things up with J-Lo. Despite ongoing divorce rumors, Ben seems determined to put their blended family first. After spending the second wedding anniversary at her 55th birthday apart, Affleck is now doing everything he can to make things right. Just before his 52nd birthday, Lopez was spotted at his Brentwood's rental, even taking his son to the mall. A source told People that just because she's not with Ben doesn't mean she doesn't care about his kids. She's always cared about them. She spent months looking for the perfect house for their blended family last year, the insider explained. Now, when she's back in LA, she wants to spend quality time with them before school resumes and Violet is off to college. A separate source also recently revealed that Affleck is also spending a lot of time with his children, as they are still off from school. It hasn't been the easiest summer for him either. He's just trying to stay focused and make every day as good as possible, they noted. 3. J-Lo tragic year. At least we can all agree that this hasn't been J-Lo's year in the least. Y'all, it seems like J-Lo's acting career has been spiraling. Just last month, J-Lo starred in the Netflix sci-fi movie named Atlas. You see, Lopez played a socially awkward scientist and chess master named Dr. Atlas Shepard, who must chase down a robot T hiding out on a distant planet where trees look like traffic cones. Well, it turns out that it's unwatchable, and the Rotten Tomatoes rating is 10%. That may be the lowest ever for her. Listen, the movie had drama stamped on it from the very beginning, as we all know. J-Lo is not an easy celebrity to work with. Not to mention, the movie premiere was a disaster. You see, while Lopez was rolling out her new movie Solo, Ben Affleck was apparently kept busy with a project of his own, which resulted in Affleck being absent from the premiere of Lopez's Atlas at the Egyptian Theater in Hollywood, California, that had the rumor mill running wild. Sources reported that the actor was filming his upcoming sequel, The Accountant 2, while Lopez walked the red carpet to celebrate Atlas, which she starred in and co-produced. The underwhelming response of the fans was one thing, but the husband's absence was a major demerit for the whole film.
The Atlas reviews are in, and they probably wish they weren't, getting just 8% from the critics. And this movie tried, I was going to say everything, but all it really did is pull in Jennifer Lopez because she's too old to shake her for a music video now.
Anyway, the fans had a blast trolling both J-Lo and the movie. However, they did not fail to point out the seemingly it couple was not seen outside for months before the solo red carpet appearance. The fans speculated trouble in paradise at the time, but nothing too crazy as a divorce. Now, the thing is, these are not just speculations, as the world has it that J-Lo has been trying to keep her marriage from falling apart, and that's why her career is reeling. J-Lo indirectly hinted about the chaos in her love life, as she herself claimed that her movies essentially depicts her position in life. As we all know, that Atlas is chaos and much more.
I want to tell you why I made this movie. I always feel like the movies I do somehow mirror where I'm at in my life, and also kind of help to push me forward into the next chapter.
While admitting that she had always infused a little bit of herself into the character when playing Atlas, Lopez told People magazine, "We are so much different because she's doesn't wear any of her emotions. She's so closed off and I'm too much more emotional sometimes." Listen, much of the online criticism stemmed from Lopez's failure to connect with her audience or evolve her image. A brand expert, Emily M. Austin, founder of the PR agency Emerge, explained Lopez's predicament, saying, as her fans have grown older with her, she's not done a good enough job of engaging with new fans and bringing them on the journey with her. As with any launch, product market fit is important. Fundamentally, that was a documentary no one needed or wanted. But at the same time, we are both very strong and sure of what we feel. At times, she was very sure. She was like, "This is what's happening, please listen to me, please tell me," and felt very misunderstood at times. I can also relate to that a bit. I'm very sure of what I want and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm doubtful of myself, but I follow my instincts more than anything, and I find that when I go against that is when I go wrong. Fans believe that J-Lo's fame hunger might be the real reason she can't hold on to a marriage. For the season 4 premiere of comedian Kevin Hart's talk show Heart to Heart, Affleck opened up about the grappling with his wife's bananas levels of fame. Affleck said, "I also don't like a lot of attention. And that's why people see me and they're like, well, this dude's always mad. Because somebody has their camera and they're sticking it in my face, I don't mind you taking my picture about a club, a premiere, whatever. My wife and I don't give a F. Go ahead and knock yourself out. I don't notice you. My children, that's a different thing." In an interview, Affleck didn't hold back when talking about the darker side of fame, particularly how it's impacted his children. He hinted that the constant media circus surrounding his relationship with Jennifer Lopez has taken a toll on him. While he's tried to shield them from the worst of it, Affleck suggested that Lopez's relentless pursuit of the spotlight hasn't made things any easier. The pressure of living in the public eye, amplified by J-Lo's fame-hungry lifestyle, has left a mark on their kids, and it's clear that Affleck is growing increasingly concerned. Sometimes I'll come home and I'll see that they've gone through some bullish. It breaks my heart, and I'm like, this ish never happens if it wasn't in the life, and it's hard. I really effing second guess a lot. But I also know that I like this life for them better than the one that I had, and that's the balance. I talked with Jennifer about that a lot. As for Lopez, she once told the hosts of Odyssey that she feels mom guilt for exposing her kids to fame, but surprisingly, she has done nothing to protect them. I think it must be difficult for them to grow up and be themselves. They know that there's a lens on them. It's hard for them, I think, and I did that to them. Fans are buzzing with speculation that Jennifer Lopez is only in it for the honeymoon phase. One of them commented, "She seems to be the type of woman who likes projecting the image of a happily married woman as opposed to actually being a happily married woman. She's more focused on the court of public opinion over really building a life with someone." Another added, "Never liked her since she started shading other women for no reason in the late 90s. It's not surprising someone so spiteful can't maintain a relationship for good public image. You reap what you sow." And that's it for today. See you in the next one. Goodbye.